Please tell me the main benefits of accepting ourselves exactly as we are.
When we accept ourselves as we are, we often feel more at peace. It reduces that constant inner struggle of trying to be someone else or somewhere else in life. It can boost our self confidence because we're not constantly measuring ourselves against unrealistic ideals. Relationships can deepen too, because when we're genuine, we attract connections that resonate with who we truly are. Plus, we free up mental energy for growth because acceptance isn't stagnation, it's a starting point for evolving with compassion.
And how come so many of us believe that we need to be different before we can be truly worthy, loved, or at peace?
I think it often starts with all the messages we absorb, whether from media, family, or society, telling us we need to hit certain milestones, look a certain way, or achieve something to be enough. Over time, those external expectations become internalized. We end up chasing approval or worth through change, thinking if we're just better, we'll finally feel at peace. The real peace tends to show up when we realize we're already worthy, just as we are.
Yeah, because I guess it follows that thing that if we're always looking outside of ourselves for something, for the next thing to make us feel better, we're just going to keep that search because that's the energy we're putting out. So we'll keep putting more of that energy out.
Exactly. It's like a loop. When we keep seeking that next external fix, whether it's approval, success, or someone else's validation, we tend to perpetuate that restless energy. But when we shift inward, accepting ourselves as we are, we break that cycle. The energy changes from seeking to grounding. And from that place, we tend to find more lasting peace and fulfillment.
Yeah, and when we tell ourselves that we're enough exactly as we are, even if we don't believe it yet, if we keep repeating it to ourselves, eventually we'll sort of start to believe that, won't we? Because a thought is just a belief is just a thought that we keep thinking.
You've got it. Repetition is so powerful. At first, it might feel like we're just saying words, but over time, that gentle reinforcement starts to settle in. We rewire how we speak to ourselves. Eventually, what once felt like just words starts to feel like a truth we can lean into.
Does self-acceptance mean embracing both our strengths and our flaws?
Absolutely. It's about being honest with both. Celebrating what we're naturally good at and what we love about ourselves, but also being gentle with the parts that challenge us. It doesn't mean we ignore areas we want to grow in, but we approach them with kindness instead of judgment. When we accept all of it, we don't need to hide or pretend. We give ourselves permission to be whole, imperfect, and still worthy of every good thing.
And what happens when I stop trying to fix myself so much and start getting to know myself?
When you stop focusing on fixing yourself, you open up space to really listen and understand who you are underneath all the self imposed expectations. You might discover parts of yourself you hadn't given time to, and you'll likely develop more compassion for your quirks and challenges. Instead of feeling like a never ending project, you'll find that getting to know yourself brings clarity, self trust, and often a sense of freedom. Instead of fixing, you start growing from a place of curiosity rather than criticism.
And so if we're constantly trying to improve ourselves, is that keeping us from feeling enough right now?
It often does. Yeah, if we're always chasing improvement from a place of I'm not enough yet, it can feel like we never catch up. Improvement is great when it's rooted in curiosity or a genuine desire to grow, but when it's driven by the feeling that we need to be fixed, we rarely pause to feel enough in the present. When we accept ourselves as enough now, improvement becomes an exciting choice, a condition for worth.
So what would life feel like if I truly believed I was already enough?
I think life would feel a lot more grounded and calm. You'd probably approach things with a sense of wholeness rather than chasing validation. You might take on new experiences from curiosity or joy, not from a sense of lacking. Relationships would likely feel more authentic because you wouldn't be looking for others to fill a void. And overall, you'd probably experience more ease, just being you, trusting that's already enough while still exploring life.
Yeah, and I think I'm going a little bit round in circles here, but if we're telling ourselves that we're enough, but we can feel that we've still got like a lot of like crap inside ourselves that needs to be felt and healed, like How do we feel enough when we already still don't feel great inside ourselves for whatever reason, whether it's emotional or physical or a bit of both?
It's so human to feel that gap. Being enough doesn't mean you're free of pain or that everything's resolved. It's more about acknowledging that even in the middle of the mess, whether emotions or physical struggles, your worth doesn't change. It's like saying, I can feel brokenness and still be whole. You can feel sadness, grief, or discomfort and still remind yourself, even now, I'm worthy of love and compassion. It's holding both truths. I can heal and grow. I am enough even in this moment.
Yeah, that gives a lot of clarity actually, that just because if just say if I'm not feeling great, doesn't mean I'm not still enough. Yeah, I gotta remind myself that.
Absolutely. It's a reminder that your worth isn't tied to how you feel on any given day. On the tough days, it's even more powerful to say, I'm still enough even now. And the more you remind yourself, the easier it is to hold on to that truth, even when things feel messy.
Why do like so many of us feel not enough if we're not feeling physically? I mean, I know like if you're carrying a lot of emotional and physical baggage, it does mess with your confidence. But why do we sort of feel not enough if we're not if we're not feeling well? Is it just purely because it's physical, so that just makes us feel like not confident, or is it society telling us that we're not enough if we're not feeling completely well, or
It's really a mix of both. Physical discomfort or exhaustion can naturally drain our confidence because it affects our energy and mood. But society adds layers. We're often fed this idea that to be worthy, we need to be healthy, productive, or always on top of things. So when we're not feeling well, physically or emotionally, it's easy to feel like we're falling short. The key is noticing that conditioning and gently reminding yourself that worth isn't performance based. You're still enough, even when you're not feeling your best.
yeah, okay. Remind myself again that no matter how I'm feeling, no matter how good, neutral, or crappy, I'm enough, and I'm enough exactly as I am, and so is everybody else.
Yes, exactly. That's the kind of reminder that grounds you. Whether it's a great day or a tough one, your worth doesn't fluctuate. And seeing others that way too creates more compassion all around. So, yes, no matter what, you are enough just as you are.
Great, thanks.